guys don't approach girls that much, so you'll never know, like.
Oh, so like you're not getting approached enough anymore.
No.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. It's not like I have like a mean face. I don't have a mean face, so I don't know why guys don't approach me. I don't know about other girls, but yeah.
Yeah, they're not approaching you.
Yeah.
So if I catch you on a different day and I approach you, you think I'm getting that coffee out of you?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
No, actually,
maybe
can
not.
I? She's my sister, so you're kind of short for her. Like, if I had to, you know,
That don't matter. You know,
height matters.
you know who they call me in the streets? Tarzan. Wah, 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 wah.
Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, so I mean, we already know this, but more and more men today are not approaching women. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the lady here is confused as to why she's not being approached. So she has the confusion aspect and has no clue what's going on. And then you compound that on top of the hating sister. Okay, the hating sister playing defense, the mother hen, pretty much blocking here and saying that he's too short. When in reality, they're pretty much the same height, right? She probably has maybe an inch or two maybe over him, but he's pretty much right there in regards to height. But yeah, here's an example of other women keeping other women single. Okay, blocking her blessings of possibly finding her husband. I'm just saying. And she's probably feeding her mind with objections and rebuttals as to why she should be rejecting men. So, you know, hey, men are picking up on this and they're seeing what's going on out here. And more men are basically saying, yeah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. What's the point?
I swear I think I'm turning into an because I can be talking to a man and everything will be fine. Like, everything will be great. He is amazing. No red flags. Like, everything is fine. Okay? I'll go ghost randomly. Stop talking, stop responding, go ghost. Then it could be a random day and I will randomly text them like, just thinking of you, hope you have a good day. And I know they're like, what the because I'm like, what the but I was just bored, or I'm just bored. And then to make matters worse, we can plan dates, like full-blown dates. And the day before, maybe even the day of, I'll go ghost. And I don't know what it is. I don't know when I turned into this person, but maybe I've just been done wrong so many times that like...
Absolutely insane. This is proof to the guys out here that value relationships and marriages. You can do all the right things and it's not your fault. Okay, you're retracing your steps, you're rereading your text messages, your DMs, trying to figure out where you went wrong, when in reality, she's the one that has the unresolved trauma. Okay, looking at the background here, she has the car seat. So I'm pretty sure she has a baby dad that gave her hell and she's now trying to transfer the unresolved trauma onto you. So once you've identified what you're working with and you're dealing with a chick that has a whole bunch of trauma and baggage, walk away.
This is what I picture when a woman tells me she wants to get married. We got the kids. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Play, eat, help, I'm bored. A bunch of kids. And then we have the male child of a husband. Cook, clean, 50-50, sex, nurture me. And then there's you, tired and drained. This is a sacrifice. This is what y'all are asking for. Y'all are asking to basically unalive yourself slowly. So then, now the woman is drained. Now this is where the 80% of women wants to divorce. So it's like a cycle. Like, women are basically like, oh, I want to get married. I want the white picket fence. I want kids. And then as time goes by, the 80% of women, basically all women, want a divorce. So what is the point?
Absolutely insane. So she's taking the worst case scenario, okay, a mother that's shackled to a bed and, you know, hey, she has no life whatsoever. And the guy is just moping around, okay, a bum. Yeah, that's not reality. That's not reality, okay? In a relationship or a marriage, you have two people making sacrifices. They don't talk about the sacrifices that the man has to make in these situations, the overtime hours, him working 60, 80 hours a week, the things that he adds to the equation when it comes to the relationship. They don't talk about that. So, hey, these types of modern women get into relationships and marriages, or more specifically, I should say marriages, for happiness, right? And I've said this before. If you're a woman watching this, the 5% of women watching this, if you're going to get married because of happiness, don't get married. Don't get married, right? Because marriage is not for happiness. Okay, that's not the primary reason why people get married. People get married because they want to start a family, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make the family work, right? Especially if you want to have kids and create a legacy, so on and so forth. There's a lot of sacrifices on both sides that you're going to have to make in order to make things work. To the guys out here that value relationships and marriages, I strongly advise for you to get premarital counseling, to sit down with an elder, a loved one, somebody that's going to provide an unbiased opinion, maybe a pastor, so on and so forth, where you can get a new set of eyes on the relationship to make sure that you're not making a mistake. There's people that did all of that and the relationship or marriage still didn't work out, right? So there's no guarantees in this, but at least if you're able to have some sort of precautions before getting into a life-changing or possibly life-altering decision, yeah, you want to make sure that you're exploring all avenues.
I think women are lying. I really think when women come online to talk about their high standards, their expectations for men to be provided for, I think they're just lying. I think they're performing for other women because it's become a status symbol to prove your own high value to get certain type of treatment from men. I even think most of you are lying about all of this stuff of not finding men attractive, having all of these random icks because somebody drank a mocha latte or something, and calling everything bare minimum when it's like an act of kindness. And I just saw a video of this influencer claiming to be a stay-at-home mother, and everyone was just like, you go girl, princess treatment. And then I went to her page and she has all of these brand deals and goes to these events, and it's just like, you're not a stay-at-home wife if you get money. This is your work. And now, predictably, the discourse about Liz is turning into, well, she wasn't actually following her own standards because the man she was dating or married to was less successful than her. She got pregnant in 4 months. She didn't really check out all of his red flags. And I think, no, it's just a predictable pattern. People come online and lie because it makes them money and because it projects a certain brand. But nobody's really actually living this type of life privately. Most women contribute their money. Most women are paying their own rent. And it really reminds me of women who come from traditional backgrounds. For example, Muslim women. If you pursue a traditional Muslim marriage, you get two things out of it as a woman. You get the bride price before you get married, and then you get provision. And a lot of Muslim women on the internet everywhere just lie about how much money they get for the bride price. And a lot of them are lying about being provided for. All of you who work, most of you who work are contributing their money. But you would never know this. You have women contributing their welfare support from the government and pretending the man is paying for everything. And it's so weird, but it also makes sense because we tie women's worth to these things.
I think two things could be right at the same time. At the same time, yes, there are women out here that are simply lying and pandering to women. Why? Because it's profitable, right? The grift is profitable, right? We've seen Beyonce talk about independent women. Single women. Meanwhile, she's married to Jay-Z and has multiple kids. But at the same time, you also have women out here that are just straight up delusional.
White women have too much power over every last black man. And that's why they try to keep them away from us. I don't know who us is, but I'm assuming that you're a black woman and the white women are trying to keep black men from you. That's not the case. I will tell you from my experience, my black man was practically homeless when we started dating. He had just literally just got on his feet within 2 weeks of us meeting, and got a place to live. He was living out of a van. Okay. I am his first white woman. He told me, and this is his words, not mine, that black women would not give him the time of day given his circumstance. A black woman wants somebody already done, already put together, the business is booming, and they got money coming in, money flow, big money flow, because they want to be taken care of. I saw the potential in my man, saw how great of a man he was. He's a God-fearing man, and saw how pure his heart is, and saw all of what he was trying to accomplish. And I literally just backed him up on everything. Now we run a successful business together that I helped him build from ground zero. Not from ground zero. He had a little bit going on before me. He's starting to pick up the pieces, but I tremendously help. And he said the biggest difference between me and the black women that he has been with is they want a put together man, and he wasn't quite put together yet, and that was okay with me. I didn't need his money. I got my own money. I got me. Financially, I'm good. He was just a bonus. And that, he said, was the biggest difference. And again, I'm the first white woman that this man has ever dated. So his experience was completely different prior to me. I think it is what it is, sweetheart.
Wow, 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 wow. I mean, hey, let me know what you guys think about that. Now, I will say this. To be fair, based on what she's saying here in the video, if I'm homeless, me personally, or borderline homeless is what she said here. I'm not dating. Okay, I'm getting my stuff together. However, it seems like he had a plan. He had a vision. Life is up and down. And if you've lived long enough, you realize that life is full of valleys and peaks, highs and lows. So hey, shout outs to them, and hopefully they continue to have success in their relationship.
Charging your man a fee to come back into your life when he messes up. I see this topic all the time, and I might not have the hottest take on it. First of all, does this work? Absolutely, 1000%. If you are a woman that deals with wealthy men or rich men, you know that this actually does work. If you don't believe me, I'm going to go ahead and present you with an example. So, disclaimer, I used to be a sugar baby for years, and this was one of my old sugar daddies. Now, this man is very, very, very wealthy, very, very rich. And he did something out of the way, and I cut him off. We didn't talk for like a few months, and then he came texting me, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I really miss you," etc. So I said, after a little bit of conversation, I appreciate the apology. I would like a good faith gift to ensure that I'm not going to be disappointed again. He said, "I can do that." I said, "Okay." He said, "What do you want?" I said, well, since you asked, I did just pay my rent and my car notes, and it will be helpful if you reimburse me for that. And he said, after this, not a problem. He asked me to go to dinner with him. I went to dinner with him, and he cashed at me the money. So this is the cash app. My rent is $2,000. My car note is almost $1,000. It's $800 something, but I just told him it was $1,000. He cashed at me the $3,000.
Yeah, so this right here is what gives women false hope that they're going to find a simp just like this.
However, this is not a tactic that the lover girls need to use. As I stated before, I was a sugar baby, so I had a gold digger mentality. A gold digger mentality and a lover girl does not mix. If you charge a man to be back in your life and he pays for it and you accept it, you can no longer like that man. I emphasize this again, you can no longer like him. Once you take the money, you are officially creating a habit for that man. So what it's going to translate to is I can do whatever I want to her as long as I pay her or as long as I get her something nice. That's why I say this is not for the lover girls, because as a lover girl, you will mistake his generosity as a gesture for him showing you how much he really likes you. This is not true. Your emotions cannot get involved with that man after you accept money or payment for him being back into your life. I typically don't give gold digger advice because I feel like it's negligent. I don't feel like that is a mentality that every woman can possess, and it will be negligent for me to come on here and coach you into how to be a gold digger because that mentality is not for everybody. But to debunk everything that everyone says, yes, this actually works. No, you cannot like that man after he pays and you accept him back into your life. It has to strictly be for the money moving forward. And no, a lover girl cannot do this. Okay, a lover girl cannot charge a man to be back in her life because he is going to drag you to hell.
All right, guys, so there you have it. So let me know what you guys think about that. Okay, so she's saying that she's not promoting this type of content. Meanwhile, she's literally explaining and showing receipts as to how to extract and extrapolate resources from men. And not to mention, her whole page is around dating and relationship, this type of content. So the mental gymnastics, these somersaults, the backflips, the cartwheels that these particular modern women display is remarkable. It really is. So again, we're going to use these videos as data and research purposes on who to avoid.